It's F14 time. So, we've got the F14 IRIAF. It's just a much worse version of the F14A, the tech tree variant. This is the tech tree variant, and this is the one we get. It's the event vehicle. It's just terrible. Now, I've had a few games, so I've got a few. I've researched the AIM-9Ps, so I get 4 AIM-9Ps now. And then I got the compressor, the engine, and the emergency fire system from the event, like task 9-1. Now, if you've been playing since the 12th of August, you will know that this has been an event for the Persian Tomcat, which allows you to get this. This was a pain. It really was. Now, if we go to Air Realistic with this, we can see its performance rate, in my opinion. It's not the best, but it's really quite terrible. Now, it's probably just my my skill level, but I haven't got very far whatsoever with this, because I'll be honest, I don't really get killed in ARB with this at all. In arcade mode, for arcade, while it's chaos, because the second you spawn, you've got a missile fired at you, you have a fighting chance. But in... oh, we got an S one. But in... here, in, like... it's just... like, in ARB, it's just so difficult, because we're getting pinged already. If I go to track someone, the max range we have there is 9 kilometers. If I extend this, I can go to 185 kilometers. We can see that they're there. So if we go to 93, we can just see that they're, like, just reaching 93 kilometers. This radar has a max of 9 kilometers. And I don't know how to increase that. So that's a skill issue on my behalf. But of course, you get flares, you get countermeasures, so you get chaff. Of course you have to research that, of course, but... however, you get those flares, you get those chaff, you get 60. However, unless you want to, like, just die, this is a Tomcat. You have to power down completely, throw your chaff, and fly away. And I've just stopped my engine to fuel. Because after all, this is a Tomcat. The engines are ridiculously overheating. And you're just not gonna get very far overall, are you? So that's what you can see. As you can see, there's already missiles going into the air. We probably want to go to a closer version. 37 kilometers we're getting tracked. Now, right now, we're currently very close up front. In my opinion, you don't want to be at the front of the pack. Especially in this aircraft. Purely because you will not survive. You will just end up dead. So what I'm going to try and do here, take cover behind these ones. We can try and use this F20 with pathfinding. That's not this at all, is it? No. No, I don't want to lock that. Let's decrease our range to 19 kilometers. So we should start seeing them pop up visually soon. That's a missile. That one I just did. That missile's locked on me. We're not surviving. This is what I mean. That's an AIM 54. Now, no matter how low we try to go, with this new pathfinding, we're not going to get very far at all. Because of it, it's 60 meters. And in an aircraft that, well, it's just so hot. The 60 meters isn't going to be very effective if it's semi-radar, semi-IR. Like, for example, the AIM-120. But of course, we're not flying those. We're flying aircraft and fighting aircraft that just don't have AIM-120s at this battle rating. I don't think. Watch me be wrong. So 12.3. F14A does not get AIM-120s. Let's see. That's 12.7. None of these, in the US at least, get AIM-120 with battle rating, so... What I'm going to do, just so it's actual content, is go to arcade. Purely because, in realistic, I am terrible. I'm not used to top tier in aircraft that are just so, like, in my opinion, not the best at all. Like, for example, the F-20, the radar, it had a decent range, but it also got decent missiles. It got an AIM-7F, so you had a very high chance of hitting. The IRIAF, it gets AIM-54s, but they have ridiculously slow increasing speed. So upon launch, you will be faster than the missile, and it's gonna take forever to get to your targets. So, you're not gonna get particularly far in that aspect. I mean, however, you do get the F14 90s. But let's talk a bit about this. I'm currently researching the AIM-7E2. Now, if we look at this, if you have either one of these, you're either going to want to have... If, say, you have both of these researched, you have the R27R1 researched and the AIM-7E2 researched. Which do you choose? If you're a sane person, you choose the R27, because it's just better than the AIM-7E. And the AIM-7E is just not the best as it is. But here's a thing that I've noticed. No matter what you do, okay, well, let's not look at that now. When no matter what you do, you kind of need to have the radar missiles or the semi-active radar, purely because if you don't, you're going to be in a world of trouble. Because sometimes you just can't use your IR missiles effectively. It just won't work. We only have flares at the current time, so... It's effectively just an arrow. Look at this. They're already firing. Like, don't even have a lock on any of these. That's how ridiculous this is. Look at that. And look how many missiles there are. Just look at that. But now we're at a decent altitude. They're gonna... Okay, well that's not very good. Let's see if we can recover from this. I don't think we can recover from this, can we? Well, use the extinguisher. Come on, counter-rotate, counter-rotate, please, counter-rotate. This isn't going very well at all. Counter-rotate, no. I'm not counter-rotating very well, am I? This is not working. I don't think I'm going to be able to land this, am I? Can't even do it in first person. Okay. This is not going to work. Oh well. We got a second one to use. So this F-15's in range, let's switch for A-54. Select the F-15. See, that's what I mean, that's how slow the missile is. I'm not at full throttle currently, so we're a bit slower than the missile, it's that. Another thing, I'm pretty sure I can't lose lock, so I have to keep focused on this F-15. I don't want to fight the chances. Now I have 2 aircraft, maybe 3 behind me. Until I get a confirmed hit or confirmed miss. That's a missile. Those were some IRs. Okay, they got a miss. Let's try for M90. Okay, let's Excuse me. Does 15 days effectively starts now? Yep, I didn't cut the burner, so I died. That's just how it's worked. You don't cut a burner, you die. But this is what I mean. Like, if you're not experienced at top tier, like I am, like I'm not experienced, then you're not gonna fight a chance. Like, look at this, 74 RP for a top tier vehicle. You can get up to 20,000. Say, for example, I was using my F8 U2. I could, in realistic, I could get like maybe 3,000. And this is my point. It's based on the skill level. So if I was gradually working my way up here, I think I could. But purely because, like, it's rank 3 and up that was able to unlock this. If people have unlocked it, it's going to be ridiculously difficult for them to understand how to use this. So this is my point. If someone, for example, managed to get, like, to a point, where is it? Say, for example, someone, I don't know where I see it, coupon up right here. Say, for example, someone managed to get this, and got 750,000. It would be more effective to sell it, than to keep it here. But hey, that's just the Tomcats. In my opinion, it's got, you know, let's have a look, shall we? We can't test any of the missiles yet, but, you know, it's got some decent missiles compared to some things. I mean, it's better than the F4Ss, I'll say that. But overall, if you have the aircraft, maybe try and get good with it. If you can get decent at it, then congratulations. But if you can't, it's just going to become ridiculously difficult for you to try. But hey, that's just what we gotta do with these things nowadays. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.